Connecting to cloud. All right, guys, thanks so much for coming on tonight. We have 40 beautiful souls that are on here, and I want to say thank you very much for having yourselves fully on the screen today, because I'm going to be asking you some questions and I want to be able to see what your responses are. Tonight is really about playing full out with yourselves. It's not about being a passive student. It's not about just sitting back and having the information wash over you. It's about playing full out in your own business tonight. So first, I want a hands up. Who here on here has been in this business for more than a week? Keep your hand in the air. I want to just flick through. So most people, guys, if you've just come on, I want you to take yourselves off your beautiful pictures and show us your faces. So the majority of people have been on here in this business more than a week. Who's been in the business now more than 2 or 3 months? Let me have a look. Okay, some of you have only been in the business less than 2 months. Okay, this will still apply to you guys, but for those who've been in the business more than 2 or 3 months, who's been in the business more than a year? Oh, a few hands are still going up. They're not very happy hands though. They're not high. Yeah, I've been in the business more than a year. Okay. Who feels that if you've been in the business more than a year and you can look back over your last year, who feels like they're wearing concrete shoes? Who feels like they are stuck in a place? Who here can honestly say, yeah, I've been in this business more than a year and I'm not moving forward like I thought I would be when I joined? Okay, good. Tonight is for you guys, all right? To those of you who feel that they're on track, who might have only been in the business 2 or 3 months, I want you to pay attention. But this call tonight is really for those of you who are feeling like you're not, going forward at a rate of knots, and you want to be. You feel like you're wearing concrete shoes. You feel like you want to be moving forward. Here is what I have learned over the last week or two, and particularly at GoPro, and that is this. It doesn't matter how much you know about this product. It doesn't matter how much you think you know about this business. It doesn't matter how good you are on social media. It doesn't matter how many people you think you know or how good or bad you think you are at selling. The thing is that what drives success in this network marketing business is your decision to become successful. You have to decide right now, in this very moment, to become professional at network marketing. It doesn't matter if you're a stay-at-home mum or you're a corporate executive, you just have to make the decision. And what I'm asking you, looking into your faces right now, as I can see all of you on this screen, is you have to make the decision right now, right this moment. Are you going to be a professional at network marketing? So hands up. Who's decided right now that you're drawing that line in the sand? Val's got 2 hands in the air. You're going to be a professional. Yeah, Carla, 2 hands. Michelle, awesome, guys. Bronnie, raised in the air. You are deciding right this minute to become a professional at network marketing. Who's not sure about whether or not, who thinks, oh, this is a bit naff? I don't know if this is for me. Or who's just kind of like, I'll decide in a couple of weeks. Anyone kind of unsure? Anyone just kind of still dipping their toe in? Any hands in the air? I'm okay if you are. Okay, 2 hands, but a baby's in one. That's okay. Okay, so there's not a person on here then who's a bit unsure. Everyone is absolutely sure they're going to be professional at network marketing. Okay, good. I'm glad. Because I was going to ask the question, if you're not, then why the hell are you on this call? You see, the most precious commodity that every person has here tonight is their time, yeah? The most precious thing, more than your valuables, more than money, more than your family, your most precious commodity is your time. And if you're going to be spending time in this business, then you need to be professional, right? It's like any business that we have, whether we're working for somebody or whether it's our own business, the time we're spending needs to be spent well. So the fact that every single person here has said, yep, I'm willing to become professional about network marketing is a really good thing. Okay, so part of you becoming a professional network marketer is that you need to now get out of the passenger seat and into the driver's seat. Now, it's my mission to help as many busy mums and dads and people that I can help develop a business that's going to give them their life back. That's my mission. I am here to help 1,000 people get back their health or get back their wealth so that they can have their lives back. Now, if that's you, then that's awesome. But I don't want to waste your time if that's not you. Okay, I don't want you to be wasting your time. But what I'm getting is that everybody here on the call tonight wants to be professional at network marketing. So the very first thing that you need to be professional in this business is you've got to address your limiting beliefs. And this is what I had the pleasure of doing a couple of years ago. It was actually Val Gamer right here on tonight who challenged my beliefs. So I'm going to ask you to do the same. This is the very first thing that you have to do to be a professional network marketer. So let's do the exercise together. Write down on a piece of paper in front of you, let's address those limiting beliefs. That's 1 to 10 on product, 1 to 10 on company, 1 to 10 on the network marketing profession, and 1 to 10 on yourself, your ability to do this business. So I'm just going to give you a minute to really think about it. Don't just randomly write it down. Really think. What's your belief in the product, in the company, in network marketing, the industry, and in yourself and your ability to do this business? Put your hand up when you've done it. All 4 of them. Okay. All 4 of those beliefs. Put your hand up when you've done all 4 of them. Is people still thinking? Good exercise. Keep your hand in the air. Who's still thinking? Anyone? Not quite 100% in the air yet. It's good for your shoulders doing that. Some pretty pictures there. I'd love to see your faces. You'll have to give me emoji. Product, thank you, Bronnie. Product, company, industry, and self. Okay, more than 90% of you have done it. Okay, so the product and the company, I'm going to leave with you. There are plenty of videos. If you're not between a 7 and a 10 in the product and the company, I'm going to ask you to go and watch some videos. So there's plenty of product videos out there, and there's plenty of information about the Juice Plus company. Over 40 years of history, debt-free company, still owned by the same bloke. Executive board have been there since the beginning, not beholden to any shareholders. Like, do I need to talk anymore? No, I'm not going to. I just want to focus on network marketing and self tonight. Okay, who here thinks their belief in network marketing is below a 5? Hands up. In this industry, the industry of network marketing. Is everyone here above a 5? Is anyone here between a 5 and a 7? Carla, Angel, Mel, Michelle. Okay, so you guys really aren't sure about this industry. Who here is rock solid, 7 to 10? Okay, so thank you guys for being honest. I appreciate that. So there's a few people that are really not sure about this industry, and most people are feeling pretty good about this. Can you guys share, those of you who are sitting sort of between a 5 and a 7, can you share please in the comments what you're feeling not right about this industry? The ability to be successful, the ability to generate a decent income, perhaps the stigma associated with it. What is it that's not rock solid for you about this business? the network marketing industry itself. Because we know it's a business that has been around since 1956, started with the California Vitamin Company. There are well over 100 million people in America alone in this stigma. Okay, Annabelle, thank you. Stigma. Oh, okay. All right. Great. Okay, so those of you who are not feeling very confident about this industry is the stigma. So the stigma being what others think of this industry. Okay. Oh, you're doing that thing. Okay, so it's all other people's reactions. Awesome. I'm glad we got that out. Okay, let's address some of those things. So let's look in Western Australia, for example, at the current economy and the jobs market. WA, those of you who are here from WA, we're in serious dire straits right now with our economy and our job market. People are being retrenched all over the place. People are being replaced by technology. People are being displaced. They're being bought at wholesale. They're being sold at retail. And there is no job security anywhere. Even in industries like mine, the medical fraternity, there is no job security. You know, people are coming out of their internship training right now and they can't get a job as an intern after 6 years of medical training. You know, people are coming out of law school, people are coming out of commerce, and people are not. Carla, 8 months without permanent work, only contract, right? So your certainty is not there from contract to contract. Do you know that I have a contract with the Department of Health that I have to renew every 6 months? And I've been in the medical profession for 14 years. And even I don't have any certainty from 6 months to 6 months. So realistically, traditional business cannot be trusted right now. There is no certainty in traditional business. We are running out of jobs for people globally. And there's only 3 types of work that everybody's going to do. You're either going to be a blue-collar worker, you're going to be a white-collar worker, or you're going to be in sales and service. Like, that's it. So what a lot of people are doing now is they are looking for other ways to generate an income. Because let's face it, we need an income to survive. So people are looking for other ways to generate an income. So the way that people do that is they move into entrepreneurship. They move into their own businesses. There are 1 in 5 baby boomers that are now moving into entrepreneurship. So Hills, Bron, 1 in 5 people are looking for entrepreneurship in a baby boomer. As far as the millennials go, 1 in 3 of them are looking to pursue business in entrepreneurship. People are looking for other ways because there is no job security. More than ever, we have industries emerging like Airbnb, like Uber, like eBay, where people are looking for other ways to generate an income. Plus, we're now living more and more in a world where people are actually wanting to connect with people. Because so much disconnect is happening, people are desperate to connect. They are desperate for people to teach them, to educate them, to connect with them. So more than any other time in history, people are wanting to develop their own businesses through connection. And so many people are looking to do that through traditional bricks and mortar businesses. But the problem is, for the majority of people, that's cost prohibitive. Anyone here own their own small business? Carla, I know you do. Cara, I know you do. Who else? Justin, I know you do. Nicole, I know you do. Now, guys, I want you to be honest. Jody, are you making $500,000 a year in your own traditional entrepreneurship business? No, of course not. But isn't that what we hope to see in a traditional, that we are, making 6-figure incomes? Most people in traditional businesses are not generating $100,000 profit a year, a $500,000 profit a year. Why? Because most small businesses, traditional businesses, bricks and mortar, are cost prohibitive. In fact, you're probably putting a lot of time into your traditional businesses. Who would put more than 12 hours a day into even just thinking about your business, doing the books when you're at it? Right. So it's mainly cost and time prohibitive for most people. Most people will make a profit eventually, but it won't be staggering. So let's think about it. Where is there a business where people can step into entrepreneurship and start to flex their creative entrepreneurial muscle, but without the risk, without the incredible investment of time and money? Where is that? It's not a trick question. Anyone want to answer it? Right here. That's it. That's it, right here. Network marketing. This is an industry where you can step into entrepreneurship, where you can, for a relatively small investment, start to generate your own income in the flexibility of time. There is no other industry out there right now that enables you. If you can show me one industry, write it here in the comments section. Show me an industry where you can, for a relatively small investment, have the opportunity to flex your entrepreneurial muscles and generate a decent income. There is no. And that is what Eric Worre shared with us last weekend, that there is not, and he's been doing this for over 30 years. There is not another industry that he has come across that enables people, average, everyday, ordinary people like us, to be doing that. So one of the greatest questions that you guys could be asking people right now is, have you thought about being an entrepreneur? Because 1 in 5 baby boomers and 1 in 3 millennials are thinking right now about being an entrepreneur. And if they say, no, I haven't, you need to be asking them the question, why not? Because right now the job market is really uncertain. And if yes, they are, or they have thought about being an entrepreneur, ask them the question, why didn't it work? Why didn't it work for you? Why did your step into entrepreneurship, maybe traditional bricks and mortar entrepreneurship, why didn't it work? Because you can then ask them, what if there was a way? What if there was a way that I could show you to be an entrepreneur and have the opportunity to step into that without risk? Because you've got something right here in your hands, guys, that you can be sharing. And if you're worried about the stigma, if you're worried about what other people think, I'm going to share with you something in a minute that's going to be absolutely profound. I want to remind you about the 3 components of what it is that we do in our business. We sell, and this is any network marketing business, but particularly the Juice Plus company, we sell quality products through word of mouth advertising that makes a difference to people's health and their lives. That's what we do. We sell quality products through word of mouth advertising that makes a difference to people's health and their lives. Who here thinks there needs to be a stigma attached to that? Like, that's it. That's all we do. So the next time people say to you, oh, you do one of those things, I want you to ask them the question, what is it that you think that I do? Because this business is about selling or moving quality products through word of mouth advertising that makes a difference to health and lives of people. Then what we do is we build a team of others who are doing the same thing. So we're leveraging. There isn't another job or another business that you can do that will enable you to leverage yourself. Because what is the most important commodity that we just talked about before? Time. There isn't another way that you're going to leverage your time so that you can spend it doing the things that you love. And then we increase the productivity of that team of people through networks. That is leadership, and that is compounding. There is not another way that you are going to build a business where you can flex your leadership muscle and compound your time and compound your business. So honestly, guys, this is one of the smartest ways that you can be an entrepreneur without having to go back to university and developing other business concepts. So what is the catch? And this is where the stigma thing comes in. What is the catch about this business? There's always a catch, right? There's always some smoke and mirrors. Do you know what the catch is in this business? You are going to have to learn to accept the decreased esteem by uneducated people thinking less of you. That's what you're going to have to accept. I'm going to say it again. You must learn to accept the decreased esteem by uneducated people thinking less of you. You must make others doubt your oxygen. Others doubting you needs to be your oxygen in this business if you're going to survive. We had the pleasure last weekend of being introduced to a woman by the name of Kylie Donaldson. Kylie Donaldson has been in the business of network marketing. She's a PT. She owned a CrossFit box. That's what I call them. Got the lingo. Justin got the lingo, the CrossFit box. She owned a CrossFit box. She got kicked out of her CrossFit box because she was working in her industry. Do you know how much she generates per year now in her business? Anyone else who came along? Anyone want to share? Or I'm going to drop the mic right here. Do you know how much she earns in her network marketing business now, having been in it for 4 years? Come on, Val, Abby, Ron. Yeah. Did everyone read that? $2 million a year she generates from her network marketing. Do you think her CrossFit box directors wish they'd also sold out of their CrossFit box? $2 million in 4 years. And do you know what she said was the one piece of advice she shared with us that was the most important thing that she realized? The moment that you can let go of what other people think of you will be the most freeing moment of your life. And that doesn't just apply to this network marketing business. That applies to everything that you do. I know, a lot of profanity, right? She let go of what other people thought of her. So those of you who's sitting between a 5 and a 7, who are really worried about the stigma attached to this network marketing business, let it go, let it go. Honestly, let it go. You will not be successful in this business until you let go of the fact that other people are going to have a decreased esteem about you. But that's because they're uneducated. Don't care about what other people who have not been in this industry think of you, because they don't know. You need to learn to think differently in this business. You cannot have an employee mindset in this business. You cannot sit in the passenger seat and wait to be told what to do in this business. You have to start to think like you're an entrepreneur. If it's to be, it's up to me, honestly, is the most powerful thing that you can say to yourself every single day in this business. So let's look at the change in mindset that you're going to have in this business. Let's look at your work mindset. Employees go to work to get a reward, and it just so happens that that reward is in the form of an hourly pay rate. They will exchange time for money, and somebody else will tell them how much they're worth in that hourly rate. But for an entrepreneur, work is something very different. Work is about development. Work is about creating legacy. Work is about contributing. Work is about being servant-hearted. But work is not about exchanging your time for some money. In relation to this business, I want you to write down what you think your mentality is right now. Do you expect to be paid for something that you do in this business, or are you going to work in this business to create an incredible vision for yourself? It might be a legacy, or it might be something that you want to create for your family or your team or your tribe. If you're saying to yourself, I can't spend any more time on this because I'm not earning enough money right now, then that's an employee mentality. If you're thinking, I have to go to work to sign up customers, or I have to go to work to do a launch party for my brand new downline, that's an employee mentality. It won't work in this business. You have to change the way that you think about work. What about your support and your support mechanism? Employees will always wait to be supported. They're going to wait for the next event. They're going to wait for the 3-way call. They're going to wait for the documents to be created that they can use. Do you know how many people have sent me messages, emails, text messages, Facebook messages. Tamara, when are you going to update your product video and include the omegas in that? I know there's people on here right now who sent me those messages. Do you reckon that's an employee mentality or an entrepreneur mentality? I'm not going to answer that. Entrepreneurs create their own support. They create their own events. They create their own resources. They contribute at events. They put their hand up and say, hey, can I do a section because I want to be really good at it? They do the three-way calls for their sideline, their upline, their downline. Think about yourself. What mentality do you have there? Are you waiting to be supported or are you getting stuck in and doing it yourself? Time. Let's look at time. An employee will invest 2 weeks of their time before they get a paycheck. That's what an employee does. An entrepreneur takes a different perspective. In this business, you're going to be underpaid for a significant length of time when you start out. That's the reality. So many people stop doing this business because they think they're not earning the money. But you will then, if you stick at it, you will then start to be fairly paid for a short period of time, and then you will be overpaid for the rest of your life. So where are you in that spectrum? Are you employee, investing time to get a paycheck, or are you much bigger thinking than that? Failure. To employees, failure is a disaster. If you're not perfect, it's a disaster. You see, when you've got an employee mentality, you don't want to make mistakes because you're going to get fired if you do. For entrepreneurs, failure is necessary. Failure is growth. If you fail forward, you are successful. You've got to be willing to get messy in this business. You've got to be willing to fumble your way through presentations. You've got to be willing to muck it up. You've got to be willing to say the wrong thing to the right person. People who are entrepreneurs in this business are willing to put themselves in embarrassing situations. So is that you, or do you have an employee mentality? Some people will quit network marketing because they haven't hit a rank or they've slipped backwards, and that's an employee mentality. You can only fail in this business if you quit. Let me tell you the story of Dion Wiley. Who knows Dion Wiley? Many of you probably don't know Dion Wiley. Dion Wiley is a national marketing director who's been in this business a couple of years. And to be perfectly honest with you, Dion just slipped off the radar last year. And I honestly, I didn't even think about Dion because she just wasn't around anymore. But what we didn't know is that Dion Wiley actually quit this business. She said, sod it, I've had enough. I'm stepping away. I'm doing something else. But what is powerful about Dion is that earlier this year, she made the decision to come back. Now, she slipped from a 39 club position down to an 8 club position. Now, if she had an employee mentality, she probably would have said, this business doesn't work and just walked away, but she didn't. She's come back, and I think she said to us, Val, remind me, I think she said to us the other day that she was back at 12 club and she's making her way back to 24 club. So that's an entrepreneur mentality, not an employee mentality. What about fitting in? An employee, fitting in is really important. And that's conditioning that we've all had right back to when we were at school, when we had to wear a uniform. Anyone didn't fit in? Anyone? Right. That's an entrepreneur mentality. I think back to, my school uniform. We all had to look exactly the same. I think back to I think about the attitude that I have with my daughter when she gets dressed up in this mismatched outfit, and she wears shorts over her leggings, and she wears different coloured socks, and she wears, her hair all over the place. And I'm like, go and put something normal on. I should be trying to encourage that because that's an entrepreneur mentality. An entrepreneur is about not fitting in. If anyone has not read the book, The Purple Cow by Seth Godin, I'd strongly recommend that you download it. It's a brilliant read. It's about being that square peg in a round hole. That's what you want to have. You want to be different. You want to stand out. You don't want to get comfortable in this industry. Okay, here's a little task that I want you to do. And I had to do this on last weekend, and I found this really hard. Who here has an income out of network marketing? Let me have a quick look. Wow, most of you. So most of you are doing this sideline. Most of you are doing this as a side hustle. That's fabulous. Well done. Okay, I want you to write down that thing that you do outside of network marketing, and then right next to it, I want you to write your business. Write them on a piece of paper. Then I want you to circle the one that is your primary income. Okay, have you circled it? All right, you don't need to tell me. One of those is your primary, which means the other one is your secondary. Now, here's something you need to understand. Your subconscious mind is going to serve whatever is your primary. You're going to sacrifice your you're going to sabotage your network marketing business if it's not your primary. Do you know what? I wrote down medicine and I wrote down Juice Plus and I circled medicine. And what I realized is that because my focus is on my primary, I'm missing out on opportunities for my Juice Plus business because my focus is not there. My subconscious mind is focusing on my medical career. So here's the liberating thing. To who circled the other thing that's not Juice Plus? So just understand that your subconscious mind will sabotage your network marketing business because it's going to serve whatever is primary. And you're going to miss out on opportunities that come across your path because your focus will be here. Now, here's the thing that can be really liberating for you guys. You can make Juice Plus your primary even if it's not where you spend the majority of your time. You just need to ensure that when you are spending time on Juice Plus, you have 1,000% focus. And everything that you do in your spare time is spent on your Juice Plus business. You have to get obsessed about it. You have to elevate your passion. You have to state your mission out loud and clear. You have to surround yourself at every moment by the people that are going to serve your network marketing professional career. You have to change your primary focus, even if it's not where you spend the majority of your time. You have to be thinking about Juice Plus while you're doing the mundane stuff, the shopping, the bills, the washing, the cooking. You need to be paying attention to every possible opportunity that comes across your path in order to make it your primary. So I'm going to challenge you over this next week, between now and next week, try to make Juice Plus your primary, because you're all of a sudden going to start to have the opportunities flowing your way. And that's exactly what has happened to me over the last week. You would be gobsmacked if you knew what has happened to me in the last 7 to 8 days since I changed my focus. All right. After tonight, what I want you to do is go and make a list of all the characteristics that you think a professional network marketer needs. Think about what you need to become a professional network marketer, and then I want you to go out and do those things. But that's the task faster. All right, let's look at self. So we're going back to that 1 to 10 thing on self. We talked about network marketing. Who's feeling better? Who's feeling less about the stigma? Good. Okay, so that was valuable. Good. Right, let's look at self. 1 to 10. Who's less than 5 that they can do this? Sharon. Angel. Who's a less than 5, I can't do this business? Sal. Well done, guys. Thanks for being honest. Who's a 5 to 7? Not really sure if I can do this business. Okay, that's most of you. Who's like rocking it? I can smash this business. This is freaking easy. Yeah, Abby, love it. All right. So we have a lot of work to do. How do you develop a success mindset in this business? Let me do a little bit of, no, not easy. This business is not easy. It's simple. It's simple, but it's not easy. It's not easy. But what I can tell you is a key component to this business is you have to be consistent, and you have to not care about the outcome. Like, you just have to keep going with the DMO every single day. If there's one thing that was uniform amongst all the leaders that stood on that stage at GoPro, was consistency. Some did 5 new contacts a day. Some did 2 new contacts a day. Some did 10 new contacts a day. But they were all successful. They were all 6- and 7-figure earners because they were consistent in this business and they let go of the outcome. They didn't care what other people thought of them. So you have to develop a success mindset in this business. What you think you are, you are. So it's time for you guys to start seeing that you can do this. How do you do this? Let's do a little bit of Tony Robbins. Now, this is way outside my comfort zone. I've never been to a Tony Robbins, but I've spent a lot of time listening to his podcasts online. And this one, by far and away, absolutely blew my mind. The very first step that you need to have towards having a successful mindset is you need to have a compelling vision about what it is that you want your life to look like. What you want it to look like, what you want it to smell like, what you want it to feel like, what you want to hear. Like, you need a compelling vision about where it is you want to go with this business. Do you want a team of 100 qualifiers? Do you want a team of 300 qualifiers? Do you want a team of 50 qualifiers? Like, what is it that you want with this? Do you want a check that has 5 figures on it every month? What is it that you want for your business? You need a compelling vision. Then you need to have a really strong reason why, and also a strong reason why you don't want the pain of not getting that. Do you know what? We had this most amazing situation at conference where Eric got this young girl to stand up and he said, "Have you got an ex-boyfriend?" She said, "Yeah." Can't remember what his name was. I'll call him Brian. "Do you have an ex-boyfriend?" "Yeah, his name's Brian." He said, "What do you earn per month?" She said, $2,500 per month. And he said, "What sort of a team do you want?" She said, "I want a team of 20 qualifiers, let's say." "And where are you now?" "I'm sitting at 10 qualifiers." "And when do you want that?" "I want that by the end of next month." "Okay, so you want to take your business to 10 to 20 qualifiers and you're currently earning $2,500 a month." "Yeah." He said, "Okay, I want you to go onto this website." And guys, I can't remember the name of the website, but write it here if you can remember it. "I want you to go onto this website. It's a website where you pledge things." And he said, "I want you to pledge your next $2,500 check to Brian on this website that you will pay him into his bank account if you don't hit 20 qualifiers at the end of this month. Do you think that'll motivate you?" She said, "Yeah." So sometimes it's about the pain of what you don't want, you know? Like, there are people on this, I'm looking at your faces. I know a lot of your stories. Jackie Chapelhow, like, the pain of what you miss out on every day in putting your kids in daycare. Like, guys, what is painful about your life that you don't want anymore? Write it down. Have that drive you. Do you want to be in that sort of pain in 12 months' time again? Write it down. That needs to be part of your strong reason why you need to move towards your vision. And then step 3, you need to be reminding yourself of this every single day. And the way that you do this is with something habitual. I am successful. I am 100 club. I am generating 5 figures a month. Like, you need to remind yourself of that in the positive, in the present, every single day. Your reticular activating system in your brain will start to notice the opportunities to help you move towards that vision that you are manifesting. So, compelling vision, strong reason why or why you don't want the pain. Remind yourself every single day in some habitual way. And if you want lasting change, you have to raise your standards. You don't always get your goals. Don't set goals. This is coming from like the goal setting queen, the smart goal setting queen. You don't always get your goals, but you always get your standards. You always get your musts. You don't always get your shoulds. I should do this. I should do that. I should exercise more. I must eat to survive. I must generate this income to pay off my mortgage. Like, you always get your musts. You don't always get your shoulds. Human beings absolutely follow through on who they believe they are. So if you believe wholeheartedly that you can't do this business, that you're hopeless, that you can't talk to people consistently every day, that you can't tell people how amazing your story is, that you can't tell them how amazing this product, you can't. I can tell you right now, you won't. So you may as well stop now. The only way that you're going to overcome that is if you raise your standards and start to believe that you're a professional network marketer. How you behave today is based on the decisions that you made years ago. Like, who told you you can't do this business? Think about the elephant who's got the rope around its ankle and it's, you know, staked into the ground. Do you really think that that elephant couldn't walk away? But when it was a young elephant, somebody told it that tying a rope around its leg and staking it into the ground meant that it couldn't go anywhere. Like, somewhere along your history, you've told yourself you can't do this business, but guys, you can. You just need to follow the tried and proven system and reach out to the support network that is there. Think about a time that you last raised your standards. It might have been studying for an exam for university and, you know, you just raised your standards of what you had to do. It might be training for a city to surf or an Ironman or a bodybuilding contest or something. It might have even just been a Shred 10, getting through 10 days of Shred 10. Like, think about you raising your standards. You know you can do it. You just have to believe that you can. And you just need to raise your standards with this business. And how do you do that? How do you raise your standards? You do rituals. And your ritual is your DMO. Make a mixtape. I know the guys talk about it all the time, your rah-rah song. You know me, not rah-rah. But, you know, put your mixtape, Eye of the Tiger, whatever your song is, play it to yourself every single morning. Do those positive affirmations and then do your DMO. It might be your 3, your 5, your 5, your 5, your 3. It might be a 5-1. It might be asking for 2 referrals every day. Like, whatever you decide your DMO is, do it. Make that your ritual. Forget about the outcomes. It doesn't matter whether every single person on your page, on your DMO sheet, says no. It doesn't matter as long as you're consistent. So how do you develop a success mindset? A compelling vision. What is your vision for this business? What is it that you want to achieve? Have strong reasons why. What is it about your family or your situation or what you don't want, what pain you don't want? Remind yourself of it every single day. You'll start to notice the opportunities if you do. Raise your standards in this business. Embrace being a professional network marketer. And how you raise your standards is those daily rituals. So guys, that's it from me tonight. That was day 1. No, that was the first hour of day 1 on GoPro. I'm going to stop the recording now.